This is a quiet space, a place where nothing needs to be proven, where words slow down and listening becomes enough. She grew up in a large family, generations living close to each other, their lives weaving in and out of the same rooms day after day. Different rhythms, different ways of feeling, often sharing the same limited space. The air was always full of sounds, laughter, hurried conversations, the everyday music of a shared life. It was a home filled with life, but also with a constant, overlapping energy that left little room for stillness. As a child, she learned early how to observe. It wasn't a skill she was taught, but one she developed naturally, like breathing. She learned to notice the subtle shifts in moods, the way a shoulder would tighten or a smile sometimes wouldn't quite reach the eyes. She could sense when the air in a room grew thick with unspoken words, when tension lingered invisible but quietly present. She learned to move more quietly through those moments. In this bustling environment, silence became a friend, a familiar presence. For her, it was never heavy or empty, never a sign of something wrong. It was just there, a gentle space she could retreat into without having to leave the room. She discovered a simple but profound truth early on. Staying quiet didn't mean disappearing. It wasn't about being overlooked or fading into the background. On the contrary, it meant staying close to herself. It was her way of listening inward, of hearing her own thoughts and feelings clearly, while the vibrant, sometimes chaotic world of her family moved around her. In all of that movement, silence was her anchor in a sea of voices. Whenever the world outside felt too loud, too demanding, or simply too much, she instinctively found her way back to nature. It became an unspoken ritual, a return to a place where her own quiet was mirrored by the stillness of the earth. In spring, when the last traces of winter finally began to melt away, she would walk into the forest. The air was crisp and cool, carrying the scent of damp soil and new life. She moved slowly, her steps soft against the forest floor, gathering the first delicate snowdrops and the quiet color of early crocuses. Their fragility was a reminder of the strength it takes to bloom after a long cold. She would follow the sound of water, the gentle rush of a stream newly freed from ice, its voice a soft murmur that spoke of persistence and renewal. These moments in nature filled her gently, without force, without her expectation. It felt like storing light inside her chest, a quiet, steady glow she could return to long after the forest had disappeared behind her. It was a feeling of being replenished, of finding her center again. The quiet of the woods, the patient emergence of spring, the steady flow of water, all of it became a profound source of nourishment. It was enough to last a long time, carrying her through days when the world felt overwhelming again. This quiet ritual is something she still carries with her, even now, as an adult. The pull to return sometimes to that same deep, grounding silence has never truly left her. It's a path she knows by heart, a journey back to herself. Later in life, as things slowly unfolded, something returned, something that had been planted long ago. Connection doesn't always need words. It doesn't ask for explanations or grand gestures. It doesn't even need to happen in the same room. Some of the most profound connections exist in stillness and shared quiet. Two people sitting together, not speaking, but perfectly content. No awkwardness, no need to fill the space, just a shared understanding. That is a connection built quietly on trust acceptance. It's the quiet understanding between old friends, the peaceful companionship of a loved one. To be seen, to be known, without performing, without explaining. She learned that silence, when truly listened to, is not an absence. It's not a void or a lack of something, it is instead a form of care. It's the space you hold for someone else, simply to be. It's the patience to listen not only to what is said, but to what isn't. In a world filled with noise and constant demands, offering someone the gift of quiet presence becomes one of the most generous acts of all. It's a way of saying, you are safe here. You don't have to prove anything. You can just be. That in itself is a powerful and healing form of love. Through all of this, she learned that silence can be gentle. It can be a protective blanket, a soft place to land when you feel bruised by the world. It can be a shelter where you can hear your own heart beating, where you reconnect with what truly matters to you. And she learned that silence is deeply alive, never empty. It's full of potential and peace, filled with the subtle music of the world we so often miss. It's the sound of wind in the trees, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the rhythm of your own breath. When you allow silence into your life, when you stop fearing it and begin to listen, it teaches you something invaluable. It teaches you how to stay whole, how to remain centered and true to yourself, even when the world around you is anything but quiet. Thank you for spending this time. If this resonated with you, perhaps you'll join us again.